Okay, guys, homework three. First one is kind of like a logic one. So, the day before Gerardo returned from a 2 week trip, he began to wonder whether he left his plant inside his apartment or outside on his deck. He knows these facts. One, if the plants are indoor, he must water them at least once a week, or they will die. If his plants are outdoors and it rains, then he does not have to water them. Otherwise, he must water them uh, at least once a week or they will die. And the other things he knows, it has not rained in his town for 2 weeks. So, what happened to his plants? Well, his plants are dead. If he left them indoor, they'll be dead because he was gone for 2 weeks and he needs to water them once a week. And he left them outdoors, they're also dead because there was no rain. All right, next problem is solving equations, and those are a little bit more difficult than the last time. So this one is also like proportion, but we have to pay attention a little bit. This is expression. So first thing is you want to keep all the expressions in parentheses and then cross multiply and the minus. Where the minus goes? The minus goes usually with the number on the top or the number on the bottom, but not for both. So we usually, when we think of a slope, we'll put it on with the in the numerator. So that's where I'm going to use it. So I'm going to cross multiply. 11 times 3x minus 1, that was all in the numerator here, and 4 times negative 5. I'm going to distribute. 11 times 3x is 33x. 11 times negative 1 is negative 11. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. I'm trying to get the x's along, so I'm removing 11 by making it 0, so adding 11. But equation means I'm adding to both sides. So what I have left is 33x and then negative 9 after addition, adding 11 to negative 20. And then I always divide by number that is in front of x. So 33 divided by 33 just turns into 1. And negative 9 divided by 33 is just negative 9 over 33. But they both divisible by 3. So I can reduce it and that's going to turn into negative 3 over 11. The next one is a little bit order of operations, and I don't know if you remember I told you that, but the sign in front of the number belongs to the number. So first I'm going to distribute. I'm not going to touch the 6. I'm going to leave it alone, and I'm going to distribute negative 5. Negative 5 times 2x is negative 10x. Negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15. On this side of the equation, I don't really have to do anything, so I'm just going to leave it for now. Next step, I want to fix all this. I want to combine like terms, and I going to combine 6 and 15 because those are two numbers I can just add. 6 plus 15 is 21, and then negative 10x will just stay there. 4x plus 7, I cannot do anything with this yet, so I'm just rewriting. Okay, I told you that I always move my x's to the side where more x's. This one is negative 10x here, minus 10x. So there's less over here. Even the number itself is bigger, 10, but because it's negative, it's small. It's smaller than 4. So I'm going to add 10x to both sides. This is going to go away. I'm going to have 21 here, and then 4x plus 10x will give me 14x, and then 7 goes down. Now I want to solve for x. I want to get x alone. I'm going to take away 7 from both sides, so this will cancel. 21 minus 7 is 14. And then on this side I have 14x. So I'm going to divide both sides by 14, the one that is in front of x. 14 divided by 14 is 1, and that will just leave me with x. Okay, this one is kind of a crazy problem because we have the fraction here and we don't like fractions. So the first thing I want to get rid of it. And in order to get rid of it, I need to multiply it by 4. But we cannot just multiply one part of equation by 4. We need to multiply everything by 4, the left and the right side. So if I multiply 4 by this, that's the 4 is going to cancel, leaving me with 3x. 4 times 2 is 8, and then the same thing on right side. 4 times 4 is 16, negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. Okay, moving x's towards more x's. So I would take minus 3x from this side, minus 3x from this side. That would leave me only with 8, and 16 minus 3 is 13. So that's 13x. Negative 4, I'm going to bring it down. X alone, all this has to be alone. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides. That's 12, and then 13x is 13x. Divide always by the number in front of x, so that's divided by 13. That leaves me with x equals 12 over 13. All right, next one. Sketch an example of each triangle below if possible. If possible. If not possible, explain why. So you can look at your notes. So I want to use right isosceles triangle. Right means I'm talking about angle. Isosceles means I have two congruent sides. So yes, it's possible that is right isosceles triangle. Right obtuse triangle. Right and obtuse, they both refer to angles. So I cannot use two information about angles. Obtuse means angle more than 90, and right means angle 90 degrees. So if I would add them both, that would give me more than 100 degrees, and that's not possible in the triangle. Scalene equilateral. They're both talking about side length, those descriptions. So it's not possible. Scalene means 3 different sides. Equilateral means all sides equal. So not going to happen. Acute scalene triangle. Acute refers to angles. All angles have to be less than 90. Scalene means sides. All sides are different. Yes, it's possible to have acute scalene triangle. All right. And then we're going to the back of the homework on this paper. So we have our diamonds that we already figured out what was the rule. If we have a number given, if you add them, that's going to give you this part of the diamond. And if you multiply, that's going to give you the top. So 6 and negative 11. 6 plus negative 11 is negative 5. 6 times negative 11 is negative 66. Negative 1 plus negative 4. Give me $1, give me 4 more. That's negative 5. And then negative times negative is going to turn this to positive. So 1 times 4 is 4. Now this and this was only given to me. So if I go backwards, and negative 6 divided by negative 2, that is 3. And then 3 minus 2 is 1. Or 3 plus negative 2. 3 minus 2 and 3 plus 2 is really the same thing. Okay. This one, they give me the negative 8 and negative 7. So I'm going to try to factor negative 8, meaning I'm going to try to find two numbers that multiply to give me 8. First 8. Forget about negative for a second. So 1 times 8 is 8, and 2 times 4 is 8. Now, somehow, after adding and subtracting, they have to give me negative 7. So I know that 8 minus 1 is positive 7. So I'm getting close. And because I need negative 7, I just need to flip each of the signs of my numbers. So if it was positive 8, I have negative 8. If it was negative 1, I have positive 1. So my two numbers are negative 8 and positive 1. Now I can check it. Is negative 8 times positive 1 negative 8? Yes. Is negative 8 plus 1 negative 7? Yes. So I found a pair of numbers that multiply to negative 8 and add up to negative 7. Okay, so we got polygon brackets, and we're trying to, it's kind of like a probability. So what is the probability that Brian will pick out quadrilateral, so 4 sides, that has at least one pair of parallel sides. So first thing I need to find which one has parallel sides. No, that's not quadrilateral. One pair of parallel sides. I marked it here. Parallel sides. Triangle, no. And square, even though they don't mark it, we know it has parallel sides. So there's 3 out of 6 that is are in the polygon bucket right now. So he can pick one out of those. So 3 out of 6, and if I simplify, it's 1/2. So probability of picking up one at least quadrilateral with at least one pair of parallel sides is half. And then what's the probability that he pulls out a polygon with rotation symmetry? So rotation symmetry, no, 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 no. 180 rotation, 90, 180 to 70. So there are 2 of them out of 6 that has a rotation symmetry. And I can simplify this to give me 1/3 or 1/3. Okay, that was homework number 3.